Hello, hello, hello. So I'm back with Libra. How you doing, Libra? This is your June general advice reading, okay? So I have some oracles already laid out. Hold on 1 minute. I need to take a hit. Okay. So Scorpio got this same card. Y'all got two different cards on the other spectrum. But y'all been getting off with patience. And you know, for real, Libra, it feels like you're gonna be the bulletproof vest for Scorpio. Yeah. I mean, it could already be that way anyway because Libra comes before Scorpio anyway. But your patience felt like a bulletproof vest. Now, I did read Fox and Clever. I didn't read the bottom part of it. I did read Ominous of the Forest. And I read Now You Independent and Free. So it's a missing loop where I didn't read this at, right? Hold on 1 minute. I need to take another hit. So we'll get more detail with that when I get to it. But what I feel with this patience, daughter, but a jewel, you're a bulletproof vest. Now, is it really just for Scorpio? Probably not. You got to think. Libra image is represented by a scale, right? So you got balance, and then it's called justice on the flip side. So, you know, you got many different forms of security. Our system, our judicial system is really impacted by, you know, cover-ups, bulletproof vests. Politics is definitely a good spot for cover-ups and bulletproof vests. So I'm just saying that that's what I mean by bulletproof vests, basically. Now, say you in the parenting realm, or you is a protective significant other type of person. You like to protect. You know, say from going into, you know, more of the family type of realm, right? So this energy could be a tad bit on the path of, yeah, you might be protective. Are you being protective because you making videos in it? Are you being protective? Are you not being protective? Meaning that the child could be more protected than the parent. But it's just because you is in this cover-up energy overall, the protection just could come out in a different way. It even could be, you know, your significant other for a chance out the blue. This might be one of those rare occasions where your significant other seem protective or insecure or jealous. It's probably not going to really last long. It's just really a moment. Now, being that it not lasting long, I mean, how you going to feel about it? You might enjoy what happened. Once it wears off, are you going to be stressing your significant other out? Like, what happened? Why you not acting like this? So, I mean, those is all repercussions. Those are all repercussions. You got it? Alright. Those are all repercussions. Thanks for listening to my conversation. But those are all just, you know, repercussions, reactions, consequences. I don't know the best word. It's all about the way you think and the way the situation happened and the way it unfolds really determines the plug-in word for it. But, you know, I was just trying to use some relatable terms at it. Now, and that's what I feel when it comes off of for the patience when it comes for you, Libra. Okay. Now, if it has something to do with legal, business, economical, those standpoints, I mean, it's a lucky dice thing, I think it is. I think it's all in the power of persuasion that you use. And meaning that your power of persuasion might not be necessarily strong, but it could be equally matched with who you dealing with, depending on what level you trying to go in the game. If you, hold on 1 minute, I need to get something to drink. Sip my juice, rather. Meaning, it's different levels of the game. In different positions, when certain people land on board member positions, CEOs, so forth and so on. And, you know, right now, at this point in time, a CEO is very mediocre with small businesses. So, that's what I'm trying to say. It depends on the level of the game at it. Now, depending on your power of persuasion, and if it's a weakness for you, then how do you turn your weakness to benefit you in a situation? Which I imagine you have, whether you did it with persuasion or not, or, you know, maybe another weakness that you know about yourself, but you know how to use your weakness for to benefit you. Sometimes that's when it might turn into a strength, but at least it turns into a thankfulness because you made it out the situation. So, let's get into some cards for patience, okay, Libra? And let's see what's really coming up. Three more cards, please. One more card. Okay, so you got some interesting cards that came out for you, and these do not match with Scorpio. So you can go check out the video if you would like. Just because patience came out, that's really up to you. Maybe it will help you out. Maybe it's part of your natal chart. That's just really up to you. So Libra, what has came out for it is the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Eight of Cups. So when the Emperor is coming up, that's that judicial energy that I'm talking about. The Two of Pentacles is basically like that confirmation of the level of the game that you're going to play on. It's your choice. Now, you have the Devil, which I do think is going to tie in with that Fox card when we get over to it. Because that's that persuasion that I was talking about. Now, the Eight of Cups is you having either your weakness that you turn into a strength to get you out of situations, or you going to have to get yourself, you're going to have to learn how to just not say no. But then, at the point of saying not no, it's not saying you still ain't having a bulletproof vest on, you know what I'm saying? And that's where your bulletproof vest will be at to benefit yourself. More or less. It's to benefit you yourself. So, now, also with the Devil here and the benefits of yourself, especially with the Emperor and the Two of Pentacles here, you got to I think the tricky part that I'm feeling with it, if I'm right, is something in responsibility, or is about the capability of how you could let something lie. And it has to lie limp for a certain amount of time. And yeah, it has something to do with something lying very stiffly. You have to know that some part of this situation, on the selfish aspect of it, you have to let something lie selfishly. So being in this thing of bulletproof vest, on a reciprocal mirror effect, I think you got to be prepared for a sacrifice. Like you sacrificing something at the same time. It's something, and when it comes, okay, that last card say now you understand, now you independent and free. So, the judicial system always kind of leans to the point somebody sacrificing their freedom, right? They definitely independent, and they go depending on, they independent if they get up in there. Usually, if it's on the parent, because of the child behavior, some states do work that way, and that would be still, I guess that would be still the independent would be still have a sense of freedom, because it'll be that trade-off that I was saying in the beginning of, the kid might be more protective, but instead of the kid coming out being more protective, and not saying you being protective, just the judicial system chose to punish you in lieu of the independence and the freedom for your child. So now we're going to go over here to Fox and Clever. Okay. So this reads, you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. The last part is interesting. Be open to romance. One period of time back in history, the Renaissance era of the world is known popular for the romantic era. Now, it dealt with definitely the blooming of music, especially in the African American community. Music really became more and more popular, which made it so much of a romantic thing. So I'm saying is that romance, it just might be a song that you listen to, that just might be a song that gives you this anxiety type feeling, and you just might need to react on it. Now, it says you swift and smart, so that's a very reaction. So, per se, if we're going to flip this, in a sense of it's giving you, notifying you how the universe is imagining you to be swift and smart. So when your anxiety attack and the music and everything come on, we're expecting you to be swift and smart at that time. Solutions to the problems are easily found. That's what they say. Sometimes they are, but, even on the quick draw of it, if you sacrifice the longevity for the swiftness, there is still in alignment of what I'm saying, in a sense, if you get it. It's just all about the appearance compared to me talking about the situation. So I'm going to get some cards to talk more in detail about this Fox and Clever. Okay. can I have 4 cards for the Fox and Clever? 4 cards for the Fox and Clever. Alright, so what then came up is the 7 of Wands, the Strength card, the 4 of Wands, and the Empress. So, Libra, well, the 7 of Wands and the Strength card is definitely about you are swift and smart, your solutions to the problems are easily found, and always listen to your instincts. Now, the listening to your instincts also falls with the 4 of Wands, but it also, the 4 of Wands and the Empress is here too, as you know, I just said about the 4 of Wands. So the rest of the cards say resources surround you, be open to romance. So it falls all up in that category. It lined up really good. Because the 7 of Wands is going back to what I was saying, especially when it comes to the cards over here. It's picking those situations well, knowing yourself, the power of persuasion. You know, patience is just mainly telling you that this energy that you might be circled around might need to be strategic. Now, strategic to how far of a degree, and to who and whom and where and how and when and what is, you know, it's so many examples. So, and then the month got still so many days. I mean, today is nothing but the 7th. We still got some more to go. Okay. So we got over 20 some days in a month to go. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't seem, you know, I think with the Strength card and the 4 of Wands, right, and the Empress being here, it's like some of these situations is about catching you off your feet, catching you at a moment of time that maybe you weren't really so prepared. Maybe you was really prepared, but what was your courage and the strength to really act into the status of the situation for the manipulation, or to what the outcome, the desired outcome from all the parties involved in the situation. And don't get me wrong, it's almost like if you ever desired something for the very first time and you tried it and got disappointed, that's the type of desire that I'm talking about too. So I don't want you to feel like it's 100% pure personal gratification, satisfaction, pleasure that's in it that I'm talking about. No. Everybody don't take pleasure in disappointments, even though we do take more pleasure in disappointments because we speak it now. We speak more war language among each other and segregation among each other right now that, I mean, technically we do like it. We just don't see, we don't see it from a point of view of, it's one of those things that on a collective level, once something hit on a collective atmosphere, is not no longer negative, even if it withstands negative attributes. It's just positive because everybody is doing it. So it's not getting left behind in this situation. basically. And it's just pouring out something where everybody could have something in common, all the way from educational to judicial system, where they get to judge you by on your common sense level, on your, you know, your personal interpretation, your body language, actions, and so forth and so on. So and that's a little bit with that Seven of Wands and Empress and the Four of Wands, you know, is that ability to create, that we could create a singular platform of language, ideas, and things. For example, in the tarot world, they're developed this whole platform about twin flames for like over 10 years. Twin flames, twin flames. Now it has slowed down, but the tarot itself haven't slowed down. But it's switching over to different topics of discussion, more about the injustices. What injustice do you need to know about? This is what you need to know about. They thinking of you, but they did you wrong. A lot of things is labeled under the injustices, okay? And it's, you know, twin flame is still out there as far as like using the harmonious language, divine feminine and divine masculine. Sometimes, you know, it started going back into the soulmate. So right now, soulmate language is back on the horizon. It was something that was once resurrected, but yet it's still the same rooted thing to a certain degree anyway, in the twin flames with this Four of Wands. And then you got the Empress, right? So that's the cleverness in it. And that's the ability for things to transition and continue to go on and go on to wherever, for generations to come, to entertain, to modify. So, you know, like I said, that's on the level of the game that I was talking about. So let's go to the final card here, and let's see what is this combination energy final message right here that I can deliver before closing this reading out. So if you're still wondering about the bulletproof vest part of it, the bulletproof vest is not the fact that you can get hit in other parts of your body, because the vest is usually up on the torso area. But the damage in the situations of you being in it, I mean, one, like I was saying, as far as a collective point of view, when you're in a collective thing, you're going to take hits for the collective. And, you know, for some people, this is one of those things. You're going to take those hits for the collective. That's all to it. You part of it. You want to be part of it. And you can't deny your heart in it, with this Empress and Emperor being on the platform, and the Devil. Because that's just like the Devil marrying off the Emperor and the Empress at one time, with the Two of Pentacles balancing it out, and giving them the ability to try to pull away or backstab each other, depending on the desire or the weapons of the closeness of how you know yourself, with the Seven of Wands. The Strength card is the ability of the bulletproof vest in it, you know. So just to help you out there. Can I get 4 cards, please? Two more. One more. Okay. So what do you feel? Because you have the Seven of Wands and the Empress here, right? So the Seven of Wands and the Empress is back here. The creativity into whatever the situation is very important. It's important for you to look at your reality the best possible way your reality means. And now, in this, I believe in this tricky part of it, this is where intuition needs to be stiff. This, when I was telling you about, that sacrifice, something need to lay down, this is the point of time that I'm feeling intuition need to lay down. I get it, say something about instincts here. Okay, so with this 7, like I was trying to say, that's that stiffness. Intuition, instincts is falling more under your confidence. Intuition don't really necessarily deal with your confidence unless you in a thinking mode and you thinking and meditating among yourself, and confidence is one of those things, a target. In my opinion, instincts is more of your confidence, because it's just trusting that, yeah, I done been here before. This done felt right. This understanding anxiety. This embracing it without being so dramatic and drastic, because that's the culture norm right now, is to promote mental health. It's different people who done been on the stations for a while, and now all of a sudden it's all about mental health is coming into these people channels, and they got sponsors and everything else. So I'm saying that, I mean, it's up to you if you want to do it that way, but just understand that that's the sacrifice you making, is your true mental health. That's it. And here we go with the next 2 cards that came out, is the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely every one of those is your decision. Is the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got your 10 of Pentacles, but it's the thing of your 10 of Pentacles and you feeling that stuck feeling is not going to come about until your curiosity then killed yourself inside. And you realize what you done got yourself into. So you might want to explode into a mental health fashion, but it probably what you having this judicial energy, once again, like I was saying in the beginning, it just might be one of these things where you just might get your ass in more trouble. The reaction that you might be used to always seeing, which is, could be from this 4 of Wands and Empress, right? Having something that you used to seeing and lacking on that, being able to recognize, because your intuition is so trained for the old-fashioned way that you just said, fuck it, why would that just don't sound right for me not to use my intuition. And being that the environment, colors, and architecture design is not stable, it's a warping situation, you really got the strong potential to make the wrong decision, and it's only going to hinder you once again, and you still depleting yourself on your confidence, because when your intuition goes straight, it fucks with your confidence. But at the same time, if you use your instincts where your confidence lie at, instead of fucking with it through the intuition way of it, you'll be a little bit better off. But at the same time, this is all about the level of the game that you want to play on. I can't tell you what level to play on. I just only can really give you this general energy advice. Your situation is going to unfold, and the examples I got just given might not be yours, because I'm not up in here like, oh, I see it this way and I see it that way. No, you book a private reading, we might have a good conversation. But you know, on this tip right here, my situation that I'm in, I'm enjoying myself and still helping at the same time. So I have no love lost on it. Period. I'm just setting that mood because that's how that energy is. And I'm going to walk out of your energy being very responsible because fuck it. This shit is wicked. But to recap it all off, you know, Libra during the month, you know, patience is, and now you understand why patience is there and the difference from it if you go watch Scorpio. You understand why the fox and the clever is here because it's going to require that because things is very tempting and temptress, but the point is you have a bulletproof vest, and the thing is the way the bulletproof vest is snugging you, it could blind you with the comfortability that you feel like you're not going to be walking into a trap. You know, that's the purpose that those people who have them wear them for some type of safety or security. But yet, it actually still mean that on the front face of it, those people that's wearing those vests is prepared to take a hit. They just hoping that they get hit in the right spot that is protected. And they hoping that they get hit by the right thing that don't penetrate it. So, you know, on finishing off this recap, I mean, the fox and the clever is all up in this. The patience is the ability to not be able to use your intuition. But then, is that a wrong thing or a bad thing if you really don't know how intuition functions compared to instincts? So, the thing is, it's telling you ahead of time that you now are independent and free. You might be in the forest, but you're free. And you know, in the forest, everybody out for themselves. You're on your own. So, you know, that goes back to when I said in the beginning, I ain't trying to sit here and say it's going to be rosy. Don't expect no disappointment. But, I mean, just really go look at some forest channels. I mean, they could put on all the good stuff and show you the butterflies and the different birds. And then they could put on the horrible stuff of how different prey sit there and wait in stock. And all of that is in the forest. Good luck, Libra.